What were you doing when you were 9 years old? For many of us, it was the simple life, summer vacation with the family, playing games with your friends, and of course, elementary school. But for our guest, Andrew Mizzoni, a devout husband and a successful entrepreneur, would have his life forever changed at just the young age of 9 years old. Andrew, welcome. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me, Michael.
So I want to go back to March 2001, that early Saturday morning. What happened?
I woke up, the sun was shining, I ran down the stairs, I saw my mother in the kitchen table, and she said, "Stop, Andrew, what happened to your eye?" She thought maybe I slept differently or I'd hurt it, but there was a bulging there, and that bulging led to one doctor's appointment after another, which eventually led to me being diagnosed with cancer.
And then we've got the book here, Survivor. Why did you write this book after going through cancer?
I was actually inspired by my high school guidance counselor. He urged me to start sharing my story and inspire other people. So that's what led me to write the book. I found it very therapeutic. I found that a lot of people were reaching out to me and found that it was very beneficial for them in their journey. And that is why I wrote Survivor.
And you mentioned in your book, you treated cancer with the attitude of acceptance. You said, "I was handpicked out of thousands, so all I could do was choose to accept it, fight, and press on." How does a 9-year-old have such a positive mindset like that?
Well, I think, Michael, when you're 9 years old, you don't get worried about stats or facts like you do when you're an adult. I was just a young kid playing video games, and my parents said, "Listen, you gotta have this medicine, but it's gonna make you better." And I firmly believe that. I kept my head down, was focused on the treatments, and thankfully, I am here today.
And you mentioned that focus. You were also a big fan of sports, which played a huge role in your life as a young 9-year-old fighting cancer. What impact did sport have on you while dealing with cancer?
Yes, it gave me a focus that I really needed. My time away from the hospital was usually spent in the hockey arena or on the basketball court. I was a goalie as well. I eventually became a one-eyed goalie, and I've actually played basketball 1 week after my major surgery and hockey 1 month after my surgery. So it gave me the hope that I needed.
You mentioned the hope. Throughout the entire book, you encountered one trial after another. And your family, they were there by your side, especially your father. It reminded me so much of the parallel of our Heavenly Father, how He's always there by our side. What effect did your earthly father have on you while dealing with cancer?
My father was really the rock of the family at that time, and he was with me day in and day out. He took time off work. Thankfully, he was able to work while we were at the hospital as well. He was with me all the time, and I'm so thankful for him. He actually inspires me today with what he does, and he always told me that one day you're going to do something special, and I believe that.
And so you face the challenges with cancer at such a young age. It's been said with a disability like that, it's said that accessibility is that which enables people to achieve their full potential. And some may look at you differently with your eye and believe it to be a disability. What would you say to that?
Well, I would consider it a winning lottery ticket. I was able to bring my family together. I was able to have a different gratitude for life, find faith and spirituality, and have a drive that I have today. So although the prize was cancer, which I wouldn't wish on anyone, for me, that lottery ticket changed my life.
You mentioned faith, just how it was tested. What did you learn throughout this whole process with your faith?
The faith was always there. I always had a tight relationship with God, and I firmly believe that He got me to where I am today and saved me for a reason. Today, my faith is stronger than ever. I have so much to thank for my faith, and continue to do great things at my church, and I'm inspired every day to do my fullest, thanks to Jesus Christ.
I know that we had spoken beforehand and talked about just the initiatives that you're working towards. Tell us a little bit about what has been occupying your time lately.
So, like I mentioned, I'm quite involved in my church, going on mission trips. I have my next one in January to Cuba, which I'm very excited about. I have a great real estate business. I've been truly blessed to work with some amazing people. I have a beautiful wife for over 2 years now, and I have great health, nothing to worry about. So my life couldn't be better.
I want to flash forward. You went through an age of 9, having cancer and all struggling throughout your teens, and then here you are in your late 20s. So often in life we place tags on ourselves or identify as something. You had a good reason to remain down and out as the man who came back successfully, beating cancer, and yet you've accomplished so much. How has Jesus formed your identity here as a 28-year-old man?
As hard as it was, this journey for me through cancer was meant for my good. I believe that He only gave me this because He knew that I could overcome it. And thankfully, He put the right people in my path, doctors, nurses, my family, and beyond, that allowed me to beat this cancer, share my journey with the world, and inspire other survivors.
And lastly, there might be someone watching this program today who has cancer, or maybe there's someone they know, a family member who's dealing with cancer. What ultimately, this book with Survivor, what message would you say to them today?
Stay in faith, keep your hope alive, stay positive, and first and foremost, keep your faith in Jesus Christ alive, because He's the one that'll heal us.
The love of Jesus Christ. Well, Andrew, thank you so much for being here with us. I know that this book, Survivor, it truly touched my heart, and I think that's what's so beautiful about the book, is it brings hope to the hopeless. If you'd like to learn more about Andrew's book, I encourage you to get a copy. Andrew, thank you so much for joining us, and more 100 Huntley to come. Stay with us.